folks, what's up and welcome to another episode of Ace Attorney with an Actual Lawyer. I'm your host, Zach, joined by our voice actor, Wes.
Hi.
And our actual lawyer, Pridge.
Hello.
Folks, if you like this, you can catch it and many more streams on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam. And if you'd like to support us, we'd really appreciate that. Head over to patreon.com/SaveDataTeam, where for $2 a month, you get access to the full VOD channel of every single stream we do. For $5, you get to vote on one of our variety streams each month. And at the $10 level and above, you get your name included in this Patreon song. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. Burger Bun, Les, Bandicoot Commando, Dave, Halucha, and Sofino, HSM, Wake, Crow Knight, Danny, Angelus, Kevin, Asian, shout out Navi. Shout out to Jacob, Bell, Taco Sensei, Keith, Forensic, Beck, Nicole, and Mystic Woody. Dessert Boy Man, Elijah Sly, Rick, Rat, Katja, Traveling in a Box, and Snowcat, Naruka Yongi, Chrysanthro, Phil, Written Word, Shay the Punisher, Sabilla. Shout out to Lebrish, Sean, Philo, Go, Zach, Belly, don't forget Sheberstein, and Real Life Jolie. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. Alright, are we ready to keep doing video games?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
I'm friggin' ready. We're being family friendly today. What was going on?
We just finished the second summation examination and proved that a book/knife could have been thrown out a window.
Now then, Lord Van Zeeks, how does the prosecution wish to proceed?
By getting turned.
Wasted. This trial is rapidly descending into a farce.
Fuck off.
Welcome to being in a nice attorney game.
Oh, we drank! First sip of the trial!
Ugh. Oh, that's disgusting. I've never actually had wine before, but...
It's so bitter!
Why do you people drink this stuff? Like
Someone
a
get me
corked
some
wine.
fresh squeezed orange juice instead.
Get me chocolate milk.
Get me chalky milk. Just kidding. Give me white milk. The superior milk.
Oh my god. Y'all know they do actually make like a chocolate milk wine. It's very sweet.
That surprises me not at all. Yeah.
We should get that for Jason.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I feel like you would find it revolting.
I don't know.
I mean, but he'll try. But he'll try everything.
That's true. He will try everything.
As has been confirmed, Jason will try anything once. So now I do want to get him chocolate milk wine on stream and force him to try it in front of the world. Put his money where his milk is. Like a corked wine, the first few sips are bitter enough.
God damn it.
Well, I guess it's just that one sip.
But what follows is so repugnant, it's good for nothing save the gutter.
My god, that is the 5th glass you've broken in like 1 hour. Again,
the janitors here hate this dude. They hate him so much.
If I may, Lord Van Zeeks, the defense has just put forward a credible alternative explanation for what happened. Credible? Is that your considered opinion, Mr. Foreman? The defense's argument is a joke to which I barely know how to respond. But let me start by insisting that you must all familiarize yourselves better with the relative positions of those places being discussed.
What? What do you mean by that? What's his angle this time?
It should already be more than apparent that between the crime scene of the Geradeb household runs a rather wide street, Briar Road.
Yeah.
Which means that the distance from the Garadeb's house to the scene is some, yes, 15 yards.
Let me see. 15 yards. That's around 14 meters.
Hey, thanks for the conversion, Susato.
Nerd!
14 meters? Oh, that's a little farther than I imagined.
And, as you ladies and gentlemen of the jury rightly noted as having portentous significance, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, the smoldering book wantonly hurled by the lady of the house traveled some 15 yards to land on the opposite side of the road, neatly between the collapsed victim's fingers and thumb.
No, you dipshit.
She picked
He
it up.
threw the book out.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh my god, a book just landed at my feet." Grabbed it, then the knife hit her.
We're gonna have to explain that, Pridge, but
You
Oh,
it
dipshit.
is
Well.
obvious.
When you put it like that, shit, I
Fuck
ran out of
you.
black. Can somebody get me another wine chalice? No, I ran out. Someone fetch me another so I can break it and distract the courtroom. Is that your final conclusion, my learned and deluded friend?
Shut up.
And did the jackknife follow a near identical trajectory to plunge into the middle of the victim's back?
DJ Moon, thank you for becoming a patron. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
This fantasy is somewhat stretching the notion of having a bad day for the victim, I think.
Olive greens,
Olive
no
greens,
good, very
no
bad.
good, terrible.
Yeah. God damn it.
Even those pathetic serialized detective stories have more believable plots.
You best start believing in serialized detective stories. You're in one.
You're in one.
All right, everybody, take a shot.
Ugh. There's nothing I can say to that.
It's so stupid. That prosecutor loves the sound of his own voice.
Yes, Usato. Miss Usato.
Serialized detective stories are pathetic, are they? How dare he?
He insulted Sholmes. Maybe let's pick our battles here.
Nobody insults my husbando. My lord, might I be allowed to speak?
As judicial assistant, you may speak for the defense, yes. Go ahead.
The prosecution may consider the idea a fantasy. But what the defense has postulated was believable enough to persuade the jury to change its leaning. And as such, the court has a duty to explore this alternative explanation as thoroughly as possible. To that end, Juror number 4, Mrs. Joan Garadeb, must be called to testify and submit to cross-examination.
Yo, Susato, what the fuck?
Saints alive!
I love that phrase.
A cross-examination of a juror?
Wow. I guess this technically is a series first in the timeline.
Uh-huh.
It's almost
Order!
like we shouldn't have potentially interested parties as jurors. Maybe our entire system is mildly stupid.
Well, if it is the greatest stupid system in the world.
Order! Order! Well, this is highly irregular. It is unprecedented for a member of the jury to be summoned to the witness stand.
Objection!
Stop!
Oh, fuck!
And unnecessary.
Lord Van Zeeks?
There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony the defense may further cross-examine. If my learned friend's farcical theory has any truth in it, then both a burning book and a jackknife must have flown through the sky before this couple's eyes. And we must assume they would be able to testify accordingly.
I mean, not really. They might have not noticed that part. They might have only heard the scream. This Banzix is dumb. They heard the scream and then looked over, which would have been after the things flew through the sky. So no, they definitely don't have to have fucking seen the things in the sky. They could have easily just seen the aftermath. You're dumb. You're racist. The worst kind of dumb. And the worst kind of racist?
What say you, witnesses?
Where am I?
Yes, sir! Constable Raleigh Beat reporting for duty, sir!
Well,
Have we heard this track yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we have?
I think it's so upbeat. Like,
good morning, officer.
Sorry for dozing until now, sir.
no, he is not going to be awake for the rest of this case. There's no fucking way.
I haven't slept for a month on account of a villain who's appeared on my beat, sir.
Oh, they are so heroic, these London bobbies.
Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you.
What?
But no more.
What?
Oh, Rolly, my hero. You make me swoon.
No fucking way.
Gross. Very well. I hereby reject the defense's request.
This guy just fucking came out of the hyperbolic time chamber. He's ready to fucking go.
I've raised my power level 100-fold, sir.
Oh,
I could go Super Beat 3.
And order the witnesses in the stand to testify again. State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defense's alternative explanation of events.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Now he's.
I love his like really slow island close.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's so good.
This case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb. Believe me, a London Bobby is good for his word.
That sounds like something a Garrideb would say.
you.
Oh shit, you found out my other name, Raleigh Garrideb. You see, sir, the windows on the top floor of the Garrideb house are top hinged casements.
obviously, if anything had been thrown out the window, we would have seen it. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Raleigh was there to make sure nothing was disturbed.
I didn't take my eye off the crime scene for a moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir.
Didn't she say in her testimony that he was laying face down in the snow?
Yes, she did.
Well, this is quite startling. Oh, I was just startled. Top-hinged casement windows.
That detail was not in the police report, Constable.
Ah, yes, sorry about that. I must have been a little drowsy.
What does them being top-hinged casement windows have to do with anything?
It means
Let
that
me
they
see.
open like this instead of outwards.
Okay, so they
don't
would open down. They would angle downwards. So even if you
Yeah.
did throw them out the window, it would hit the window and then fall straight below.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it would not go across the street.
Yeah.
You cannot excuse your sins with drowsiness every time, Constable.
No, sir.
Sorry, but what exactly is a top-hinged casement window?
Exactly.
Zach, how'd you wind up in the game?
Ryan, we just talked about that.
And you.
How dare you not understand what a fucking window is, you idiot.
I'm talking to you, Pridge and Zach.
Maybe in your tiny Japanese island you don't have windows.
Maybe in your tiny Ohio state you don't have a open hinged casement window, top hinged casement,
But here in
whatever
the
the
greatest
fuck.
country in the world, we have lots of types of windows and stuff. And our peepees are real big too, so you cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend.
Of course. Sorry.
I found it, Mr. Naruhodo.
Susato, do you have a fucking encyclopedia of everything? Like,
Yes.
okay.
Cast your mind back to the windows in Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's room. Here comes a flashback.
All right, I'll try.
Whoa! Susato's flashback attack. Final flashback.
There you go.
Hey,
That's
there we
good.
go.
So the window opens in order to allow air to circulate inside the house. But as it's a top-hinged casement window, it swings open along the upper edge. You see?
I'm glad you rectified your ignorance. A casement window's most prominent feature is its stay, a metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount.
It prevents opening? This is all news to me.
Absolutely correct, sir. In other words, if a book or a knife were to have been thrown through the open window, it would have clattered against the pane and fallen straight down to the pavement below.
No.
You see the problem then? Good. Your education in Windows is complete. There was never any possibility of either the book or the knife traveling 15 yards over the road. That is, unless the window pane had been shattered, something we've discounted already.
That can't be!
Where's the bee? I'm allergic.
You like jazz?
You like, listen, my joke. Listen, everybody, go watch when it's posted on the bot's posted on YouTube. Go watch Dr. Decker Part 2 because we make some really funny jokes in that video.
Did you see that, Rolly? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony.
Oh, yes, my darling, I saw it. I saw how he crumbled before me.
Oh, Rolly, you're so strong.
How is this happening? I haven't even started the cross-examination yet, and already my argument's been destroyed.
Counsel, if you could drag yourself upright again. The court awaits your cross-examination.
My lord. Oh, good. Another desperate situation. Let's do this cross-examination. And consider all the angles.
Exactly. You get it.
Boom, 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 boom.
This is nothing. I guess, do we want to start pressing towards, like, he didn't take his eye off the crime scene?
Yeah.
I mean, what evidence do we have? Do we have anything that... I don't think we have anything that contradicts.
No.
I was wondering if we have, like, a statement from somebody.
I don't
or
think we have
something.
anything like that yet.
Okay.
No, this is all we have.
Then yeah, go ahead and
We only have this one page.
Mm-hmm.
Hold it!
Nothing to report.
That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time. Never looked away for a second. No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. I can swear to that on the yard's honour, sir!
Really? That seems a little strange.
Beg your pardon, sir. Strange, sir. Seems altogether regular to me.
This burnt copy of The Lion's Pride was originally in the Garadeb household. So the question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time?
Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that just happened to be burnt as well?
No.
No, because that's a dumb suggestion.
Even if that were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? As we can see from this photographic print, she had a bag over her shoulder.
Well, sir, that book was in the lady's hand from the moment we arrived at the scene.
Is that so? There's something about this statement that's not sitting right with me. The two mysteries of how that knife ended up in her back and how that book ended up in her hand. There must be some common thread between them. Damn, I was kind of hoping they would let us, like, add something, make him add something to the testimony.
Yeah.
I guess not.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Naruto. I had no right to speak out.
No, you helped us. What do you mean?
I requested the cross-examination of Mrs. Garadeb without consulting you. Even if the judge did deny me.
Oh, I see. Well, I agree with you. We do need testimony from Mrs. Garadeb.
Usato, you're the smartest person in this room. Don't let anyone ever tell you differently.
If we're ever going to get the truth of the matter.
Do you really think so?
Well, think about it. No matter how far it is across the road or how that window opens, Mr. Garadeb's book found its way to the scene of the crime somehow, didn't it?
You're right.
And then there was Mrs. Garadeb's reaction to me showing her the knife. The woman's hiding something. I'm sure of it.
You're right again.
We need to use this cross-examination to uncover more clues. Get to the bottom of this one way or another, I swear.
Yes.
Yes!
Okay, well.
Press maybe the one before it, because I think that's when she says she leaves, and that's another important detail.
Yeah.
Hold it!
Yes, you said that you went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer, is that right?
That's right, yes. If it had been on Raleigh's beat, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course.
Don't feel bad, my love. You can't be expected to know the location of every police box on every beat.
So, Raleigh told me the way. Only, I sort of got a little lost on the way.
Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. Your terrible sense of direction is bewitching to me.
I love that. That's so cute.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, Raleigh.
Oh, please.
So, I suppose I was gone for about 15 minutes? But like I said, My Rolly was at the scene the whole time, making sure nothing was disturbed.
I was off duty at the time, of course, but a true Bobby is never really off duty, sir.
Okay, that didn't really get us anything. Do we want to try this one? I mean, I feel like we're at this point we're just going
This
backwards.
also could be, yeah, this also could be one of those things where you have to press one statement and then go back and press a
That's true.
statement you've already pressed.
Yeah.
Because this game does that, and it's one of the things about it that I don't
That's
particularly
frustrating, yeah.
love.
But according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already and it was dark.
Oh, but Rolly and I was strolling along, gazing at the night sky and looking for a lucky star.
Sorry.
The star that will guide us to eternal happiness.
Can't it guide you to answer the question?
If a flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us, it would have lit up like a shooting star.
And if I'd seen a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it. Let Rolly be an inspector, I would have said. 3 times at least.
Of course, what with the smog and everything, we couldn't actually see any
He
stars.
did the actual finger touch thing.
In short, are you trying to say that neither a book nor a knife crossed the sky before you?
Yes, sir, that is correct, sir. As sure as the night sky in London is starless, sir.
It certainly seems like they're telling the truth.
And then we saw the poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help her.
Shit. I guess we can talk about the windows more, but I don't see like this is. I don't think this is gonna get us anything.
Yeah.
By which you mean they don't open fully? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house, you see, so they're restricted as to how much they open.
And therefore, anything thrown out of the window from inside the room would simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark the map.
Okay, that's good.
Here is the location where objects would have fallen.
Yes, directly opposite the scene of the crime, on the other side of the rather wide road.
Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top-hinged casement thing before? Well, I have another question for you, Constable.
What would that be, sir?
How do you even know? What do you even know? Why would you have
What are
any
you
idea
doing here?
what sort of windows Mr. and Mrs. Garadib's house was furnished with?
Ah, well, sir, that's very simple. You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Uh-oh. You
Excuse me.
fucking dope.
Do you have something to add, Miss Beat?
Sorry?
You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that?
Oh, I was just remembering, that's all. We really were so lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Well, of course I feel terrible for the poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please. But we were just so lucky it didn't happen on Rolly's beat. It was so close, you see.
Oh, I hadn't realized.
Oh yes, that street, Briar Road, that's the boundary between Rolly's beat and the next one. Isn't that right, my love?
Constable Beat!
Yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with the interviewing the occupants of the Gary Deb household yesterday. Their house is on my beat, you see, sir.
That really was cutting it close then.
Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something. If the Gary Deb household is on your beat, does that mean that the pavement next to it is as well?
Outside Mr. Gary Deb's house? Yes, Mum. The pavement on that side of the road is part of my beat.
I see. I was unaware of that.
Just think, if the women had been attacked just on the other side of Briar Road, we would never have been able to go for that meal to celebrate our wedding anniversary.
Y'all, why are you giving us this information? This makes y'all seem sus as fuck.
But that's the life of a Bobby after all.
Extraordinary people are Bobbies, tirelessly working for the benefit of all Londoners.
Seeing Bobby spelled like that makes me want to be like, God bless our Roberts, our tiny Roberts, and all
See,
the
it
work
makes
they
me-
do.
It makes me think of, God damn it, Bobby.
That boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
Somebody give me a...
That's my purse, sir. I don't know you.
Please, somebody give us art of a King of the Hill crossover for them. I would love that so much. And I'll post it here. God bless you.
Oh, hello, Dade.
No, I love.
you
Now
know what
I
I
will
think?
say, I love imagining Van Zeeks as Boomhauer, of just. No, Sam.
No, I'll tell you what now.
Young Nipponese.
I'll tell you what, our learned friend around Nipponese.
God damn it.
Oh shit! All right, everybody. That's gonna be a whole bunch of art. It's
Fuck,
King
that's
of the
good.
Hill, Phoenix Wright
Jack-
crossover.
Jacko Manning says that boy ain't right, but it's spelled right. Like Phoenix Wright. That's fucking good.
That's really good.
That's fucking good.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Rolly for all his hard work. Don't you think so, my darling?
That must be it, Pat, my love. That must be it.
And it certainly wasn't because Patricia threw it to the other side of the road while you were sleeping. I think perhaps we should make sure that we have that information officially on record.
Leave it to me, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll take care of it immediately.
Okay. So that's got to be important.
And now it's my turn, I think.
Let's see what that said exactly.
Obviously, if anything had been thrown out the window, we would have seen it.
Oh wait,
That's not new.
we have something was added. I think.
It was
Yeah.
It's the
Oh, the
text up
pavement where the
here.
victim was
Oh,
found,
okay.
just outside Constable Beat's beat, the border of which runs down the middle of the road.
Okay. All right. So. Didn't take my outfit. No. What was the first statement they said? Nothing to do. No. Okay. Fuck.
I mean, you might as well press it because we pressed everything
Sure.
else.
Hold it!
How can you say that for certain?
A very good question, sir. And the answer is this. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty.
He showed us that before, didn't he?
Did he? I can't say I remember.
Oh wow, I actually think we did need to press this.
To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man, It's what the job's all about. And that is why I can stand here today beside my long-suffering wife and tell you a Bobby's good for his word. While rubbing my tired eyes, admittedly. Sir!
Oh, Rolly, you're so manly.
Of course I am, my darling Patricia.
Do you think that when he kisses her, he still has the string in his mouth?
Yeah, and she chews
Yeah.
it too.
Oh god, that's so gross to me.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
Oh, brother. No, none of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb?
Oh, I see, sir. You should have said so earlier, sir.
Yes, well, so could you answer the question? It was a waste of time then.
Absolutely, sir. I will answer it to the fullest of my abilities, sir. There's a surprising reason why Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's domestic dispute can't be related to this case. But before I get into that, sir, just one thing.
Yes?
I very much like you and all your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard.
Okay, we're gonna get a bunch of police, a bunch of
Now,
propaganda now.
please pay attention to this PowerPoint presentation, which I have prepared for all of you today. So I hope you'll take back some tales of us London Bobbies and how we uphold our guiding principles, which you can see on slide 1. Now,
wasn't-
what is a Bobby's guiding principles? If we go to page 2,
Stop. I wasn't planning on going back just yet. I've only just arrived here.
so to that end, sir, I'd be happy to lend you my warrant card for your perusal. But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through it without shedding a few tears.
God damn.
Alright.
Thank you. I'll try.
Okay.
Yay!
Now, here we go.
There
do we
you
get?
go. That's what we needed.
God damn it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. We just had to press everything.
Patricia's got something to say.
Can I ask you something? Please, Mr. Lawyer, sir.
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell.
What? I wasn't really. I mean, what's she doing?
Please. Just because I'm a woman, it doesn't make my testimony any less valuable.
Whoa! That was not.
My assistant's a woman, okay? The last thing we're gonna be doing is being sexist here, okay?
Please don't try to
Damn.
paint me as a sexist.
She's trying to fucking.
You might just see me as the wife of a policeman, but I'm a woman of my word, I am.
I really don't ever remember suggesting that I doubted you.
No excuses. I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard. My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you?
Yes, Mrs. Beat, I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire. I will allow you to shoot yourself in the foot if that is what you want.
Yeah, she's gonna say something
Sometimes-
stupid here, I'm sure.
Uh huh.
Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one.
That was a very loud mutter.
Right? Men and their wives, am I right?
Yeah, that definitely was.
We're back on this train again.
I heard that. That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, does he?
No, just yours.
Well, watch out, sir. I might let you get away with something like that. I might let you get away with something like that, but my Rolly won't.
Duly noted, Mrs. Beat. Please, I humbly ask you to continue.
What could she possibly be about to say, I wonder? I know what I saw. My eyes never let me down. My sense of direction is a little off sometimes, though.
Oh no. But really quick, I do want to read the book. Oh my god. A policeman will strive to preserve the peace within his allotted beat. Patrolling officer expect to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for the furtherance of the community relations. Any crimes that fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which... Oh, yeah. In which they are discovered, and when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with the initial investigation and help detectives. Yeah, so if this was on his beat, they would have gotten to go to their dinner, which...
Yeah.
Great. Hey, Patricia, did you fuck up your left and your right? And it actually wasn't. It was on his beat? I'm assuming we press this first. Yeah, we'll press it and see if we get a thing here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mrs. Beat, nobody is questioning what you've told us.
I saw it, I did. That evening, I saw it clearly. That little Eastern man with the whiskers and the funny curved back slinking away from the scene. And I know what I didn't see as well. I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky.
All very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction?
Oh, yes, well, that's a little embarrassing, really. I'm always ending up at the wrong place when I've made arrangements to meet Raleigh. He gets ever so cross.
Okay.
What?
Constable Beat, is there a problem?
Huh? Oh, no, sir. No problem, sir.
Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind, perhaps?
Oh, well, in a way, sir. Yes, sir. I was just remembering that the same thing happened that evening is all.
You mean Mrs. Beat lost her way on the night of the incident?
Well, you see, I set her off to find a police box in the next bit over from mine, but she was gone a fair bit longer than what I was expecting. I thought she'd be back inside 10 minutes, but my darling was gone for a good 15.
Oh, Raleigh, you're such a tease.
What?
But the reason it was so long was because of the bouquet, silly.
The bouquet?
Sorry, what bouquet are you talking about?
Oh, it was a present for our wedding anniversary. Raleigh's so romantic. He saved up for it with farthings and halfpennies he found in the gutter while doing his rounds.
Yes, how romantic.
I'd forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling?
Ah! Oh yes. But that was just between us. No talking about it to anyone else, darling. You have to promise.
Really? Oh,
What was that all about? Constable Beat looked very obviously troubled during that exchange.
I'm afraid I can't offer any useful insight, Mr. Naruhodo. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Mrs. Beat about the bouquet.
Mrs. Beat, this bouquet you just mentioned. I'd like you to add details about it to your testimony, please.
Oh, really? Yes, I'd love to.
How the fuck is this gonna tie into this case? Like,
Man, this is such a long
yeah, it's really
time
drawn
spent
out.
with these witnesses on so many very inconsequential things.
Uh-huh.
What happened was, I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while.
Okay.
Hold it!
You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, that's right. Oh, I was so upset. When we ran over and saw it was a woman with a knife in her back, I was so shocked I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. It was in a dark spot where the streetlights weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice it first.
And then you went to the police box to report it to the policeman whose beat it was on?
Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again. But the funny thing was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all.
Oh, so Rolly fucking moved the body.
Ah.
In case you need reminding, Mrs. Beat, the victim is not deceased.
I was all flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road.
Yup, he fucking moved the body. Your husband, presumably?
That's right. Silly me, I'd gone over to the wrong side of the street. Although, I'm going to blame the bouquet this time. I can't think how it got there, I really can't.
So the bouquet somehow moved from one side of Briar Road to the opposite.
Curious indeed.
Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick the bouquet up again when we left the scene. That beautiful rose Rolly bought me, with that change from the gutter he spent so long collecting.
I'm going to Ralph.
Also, Ralph is such a good fucking word for barf. I love, like, anytime you have to vomit, say you're gonna Ralph. Everyone's gonna chuckle.
I do like it more.
By bouquet, do you perhaps mean this sorry, solitary rose?
Hey,
Just a
man.
single rose. Damn.
Hey, man, he doesn't make a lot of money as a beat cop. Don't be such a dick about
Tale
it.
as old as time, sure as it can be.
Oh! Oh! Yes, that's it! That's the bouquet Rolly bought me for our anniversary, with all bits of change he found in the gutter.
Maybe just call it a rose.
Tell us, Lord Van Zix, where did you come by the flower?
According to the report by the police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation, it was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Garadeb household.
In front of the Garadeb's house?
Although it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare.
Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Could I have it back now, please?
No.
There's no way this rose is like in any good condition. It was outside in the freezing cold overnight.
Seeing other people happy and in love makes me want to vomit. So I will not be giving you this back.
Barely even friends. Then somebody moves the body across the street.
No, I think for good measure, this rose should be added to the court record as evidence.
Oh,
The shock of seeing the stab victim caused Mrs. Beat to drop the rose where she stood. Okay, great.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da.
Baby!
We just added this rose to the court record.
but it's a symbol of our love.
Is that
I
why
want it
it's
back after the trial. Do you hear me? I want it back.
is that why it's so cheap and sorry looking?
Damn.
Ooh, Van Zeke's turn.
Van Zeke's out. Mic drop.
Mic drop. Got him.
Good grief! Rest assured that I shall do my very best not to forget Mrs. Beat.
Oh, Skip, that's good. Wine drop. That's very good.
All right. So, how we want to go about this?
Oh wait, examine the rose.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
There might be a clue.
It's a rubber band. It's very stylish paper the flower's wrapped in, is it? It's a newspaper, Ryan. Okay.
It's just an old newspaper, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, I suppose it's because I'm not used to seeing English print. It looks so exotic to me.
That actually is a thing
Yeah.
apparently in Japan. They use English text to
Make it
convey
be
a sense of
cool, yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of like high-end shops will use English text or like English
Language.
text to make things look fancier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think you're fancy, huh?
Is something wrong?
Oh, no. I was just thinking that if you wrapped a stone-baked sweet potato in English newspaper, it might look like some sort of fancy cake.
What?
Susato-san, you do love your cakes. My garden in the twilight.
Girls and their cakes.
Am I right, fellas?
An English rose. It's such a beautiful flower.
Oh, this is a rose, is it? I've never seen one before.
Do you not take an interest in flowers, Mr. Naruhodo?
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I do know 3 types at least.
Gosh. 3?
Yes. Plum blossom, peach blossom, and cherry blossom. Fucking got 'em.
Got him.
Perhaps you should consider branching out?
Oh, that was
Learning
good.
some that aren't fruit tree based, for example.
I think that's it. On the...
Susato's got jokes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, wait. What does it say? A present for Patricia. Shaka seen this. She's dropped where
So
she.
we have to
So
say,
it says
like,
she
she
dropped
dropped
it
it-
where she stood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have to somehow prove that the body was moved, most likely by Rolly. So I dropped my bouquet, ended up losing my way.
So I think you're gonna present the rose when someone says it was
Outside
on
of
the
his
other
beat?
side of the street.
Obviously, shit.
Okay, it's going way too fast.
Obviously, we've seen it. Okay, this is
Casements.
not important. Obviously, when it's thrown out. I did leave the scene to go fetch help when most trusty Rolly was nothing was
Nah.
disturbed.
Nah.
You don't think so? What happens? I dropped the bouquet and end up losing my way. I didn't take nothing strange to report on that front. That could be it too.
Oh, because he didn't take his eyes off, so the rose shouldn't. Because we're saying that the rose was moved.
Well, no, we're gonna
saying
say
this
that,
that
we're
point
gonna say
in
that the
time.
body was moved.
we're gonna say that the
Right,
body
but at this
was
point,
moved.
but at this point in time, we're assuming that the rose was moved because we can't prove that the body was moved. So if the rose was dropped, how did he not see it get to the other side of the street?
Yeah. I mean, we could go with that.
I mean, both this statement and that other statement have to do with nothing weird happening, so I can
Yeah.
easily see both of them being correct.
Yeah. I hope that this is right.
Objection!
Hey, music stop.
Hey!
You claim, Constable Beat, that there was, quote, nothing to report in the 15 or so minutes that you were guarding the scene. But that cannot be.